Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another episode of the Group Chat podcast. I am joined, as always, my brother, standing in 6'10", 265 pounds. Will is in the building. How we feeling?
I'm good.
Oh man, that's all we got. We just good. 6'10", 260.
Respect.
Niggas want to look funny. 6'10", 260. Wemby needs some enforcers, man. He needed to tell Mason Plumlee again off the bench, like, hey, yo, my nigga, go knock him out.
Listen, Wemby be out here playing dirty.
Hey, look, man, Kareem punched niggas in the face. Like, this shit has happened throughout all NBA history. Like,
I know that ain't playing dirty though. That's like if you balled up your fist and punch a nigga, that's like
With men.
it's up with you.
oh man.
Wemby out here mushing
Stand-
niggas.
hey, look, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Especially if the league ain't gonna find you. Standing in, other than enforcer, standing in 6'9", 255. Tony is in the building. How we feeling today?
Charles Oakley type beat.
Absolutely. They still won't let him in MSG.
Never will.
They let 47 in the building before him again. It's a wild world we live in. The excuse me. Before we get started, who y'all been listening to this week, man? Who's making rap of the week for y'all this week?
My rapper of the week is the Midwest Prodigy. Prodigy as in Mobb Deep, not Prodigy as in fucking Wimby. Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is my rapper of the week. He dropped a deluxe to his You Only Die Once album. Dropping the deluxe to an album that came out 2 years ago was very funny. I respect that a lot.
Facts.
So yeah, that's my rapper of the week. I've been listening to that. Went back and re-listened to Alfredo, which was one of my favorite albums of 2025. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Gangsta Gibbs from Gary, Indiana, home of
Bron told him
Jermaine
to drop the
Jackson.
deluxe. You think Bron told him, hey man, if you wait 2 years, it's gonna hit harder.
Freddie Gibbs ain't never talked to LeBron in his life.
Oh man.
Might be a
Will,
good thing.
Who you got as rapper of the week? Who you been listening to this week?
My rapper of the week, I'm gonna go with Prince Dre. He from Chicago.
We've been been shouting out all the local rappers the last couple weeks.
Prince Dre had a mad violent verse on on that shit with King Von and Dirk. I forget the
They
name
got
of
a
that song.
they got a plaque for that. That's what is that? Back again.
Yeah.
Shout
I'm
out to
trying to
Prince Dre.
squash no beef, nigga. 3 and 2 until you die.
Tony know what's going on around here. You got to tap in, Justin.
I got that's I practice
Like
my violence.
enough of that cripping and blood.
Well, speaking of that, my rapper of the week is YG. YG got an album coming out.
We didn't write
YG.
this. We didn't have any meetings beforehand, so y'all know.
Oh, YG got a project coming out. And again, it's kind of like my go-to. Like, if I know a nigga that I fuck with has an album coming out, makes you go back. My Crazy Life is still to this day as good as like that shit could drop today and it would work. Like that is a timeless album. It is fantastic. Like I get it, and I have the same opinion, but like I'm aware it dropped around the same time as Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City overshadowed it, but like My Crazy Life is a classic album. That's just fantastic. Shout out to YG, man. So YG is my rapper of the week. I'm really excited for the project.
Those albums
Um,
dropped like 2 years apart, mind you.
I know, but it's the same era. Like,
No, actually, you are right. My Crazy Life was like summer 2013, and no, it was 14. I knew I wasn't tripping. Okay, yeah, that was March 18th, 2014. Good Kid, Mad City. I know it was like end of 2012. But
yeah,
because it got snubbed for the Grammy and then the Control verse and everything, it had like the
they had a
biggest second
run.
life of any album, maybe. I think Good Kid, Mad City had like the biggest second life any album's ever had. Non
Nah,
Michael
that's for sure.
Jackson album.
Yeah, no, that don't count. Not like we count Second Life like the album, like, and I want to be clear, like non tragedy related.
Yes.
because I think that needs to be declared because that's
Yes.
always going to kind of make stuff different. Probably. I'm trying to think of what even would be like in that conversation real quick. That's up to. I'll get back to that. That's a good question. Best or longest second life of any album ever. It's up there. We are gonna be talking about your NBA finals. We're gonna be talking some music stuff. We got to start with though, and I call myself out every Monday. Hard left, hard right, tap in. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I go up there and I say some shit and I'm just wrong as hell. And I can admit that. Sometimes though, it's a little more than just being wrong. And I have been. It has come to my attention because some people have just flagrantly called me one. That I may be somewhat of a jinx to certain teams and or players. Who's to say, if we're being honest? I did say I joined obviously we argued about Jokic like a month or so ago, but I have changed, which maybe I cursed him too. I have changed to my endorsement of Wemby and where I think how great of a player I think he is now, how great of a player I think he can be historically. And I may or may not have said Spurs in 5 when we ended the last episode. Well, the Spurs might win game 5, so I think I should at least get credit for that.
No.
But
No.
Before we get to the actual finals talk, am I really a jinx? Just because I got a few bad predictions. Am I think about it. Am I really a jinx? If it is, I need to know because then I got to use this power for my advantage. I'm gonna start rooting for mad teams that I don't give a fuck about. I'm about to buy Mahomes jersey.
You're not a jinx because you have bad takes or bad predictions. You're a jinx because failure follows your endorsement of someone.
I mean,
there's no bigger example of you being a jinx than the AFC divisional game. Post game, I should say. There's no bigger example of you being a jinx than that. There's literally
the game is crazy.
No bigger jinx than that.
If
for those that do not remember,
so hyped.
Back in January, Justin had one of the greatest nights of his life.
I did.
We got the text messages to prove it.
The Denver Broncos were on their way to their first AFC title game since Obama was president. And
I hate when niggas got to bring out old presidents to define how old that shit is.
And as he was celebrating, as he was crip walking and blood stepping on the grave of one Josh Allen. New father, by the way.
He wasn't a father back then.
What happened? It was announced by one Sean Payton that starting quarterback Bo Nix had broken his ankle at the end of the game, causing Denver to have to go into the next week with Jared Stidham as the starting quarterback. One win from the Super Bowl, mind you. And a game that they lost by feels like 1 point, honestly. The game was that bad. Feels like they lost by 1 point.
That was another one. There was we had 200 people on that stream and they all watched me be excited because Jared Stidham hit the one long pass to Marvin Mims and then it was over from that point forward. Niggas got I think Denver literally had 30 yards of offense post that play. It was bad.
I've known Justin for 16 years. Damn, I've known Justin's been the jinx for a very long time. Just being honest. Being real.
He said regularly.
Justin roots for one of the most successful baseball teams of the last decade plus.
That I do got.
He's watched them lose multiple World Series.
That I also got.
He's watched them lose World Series in a rain delay. So his disappointment was delayed 24 hours. No one's ever experienced that before. He's watched them lose a World Series during a global pandemic in an empty stadium in a Game 7 where the starting pitcher was taken out after 5 innings.
Blake out. Yeah,
and he hadn't given up a hit. or some. It felt like he hadn't given up a hit at least.
I think he gave up one, but Blake was dealing. Like it was so stupid. The Dodgers saw that game and was like, oh yeah, we got to pay this nigga. The second he becomes available, like we need him.
Justin has watched the basketball franchise he loves lose
Hey, look, man,
some of the greatest basketball players of the last 20 years, and they would go on to have much, much better success after the fact. And then he had Denver. Now, he's seen a Super Bowl in Denver. Not the most fun, but a title is a title. And he got that. He's seen one of the best defenses of all time. But, you know, the thing about winning as a fan, when you're in it like Justin is, he doesn't have any other hobbies. He doesn't watch anything. He has his wife and he has sports. That's it. Justin has his wife and he has sports.
I got anime.
One title is never enough. There's never enough success. So when you're that close to a championship and it slips, you can only wonder, why did this happen to me? And I'll tell you why this happened to Justin, everybody. Because he's not good vibes. He's bad vibes. He's not good energy. And Bo Nick's ankle had to suffer because of that. And now Wemby's getting eggs thrown at him. Wemby is having De'Aaron Fox fuck up everything. And it's your fault, Justin.
Okay, so
3-1, 29-point lead, the largest comeback in the history of the NBA Finals. We've never seen nothing like it. We've never seen this happen before. Fat Joe was courtside. Chris Rock was in the house. 29 points.
And you really been like endorsing Wemby too. Heavy.
I endorsed the hell out of Jokic. That didn't work so well.
He ain't won since.
I think literally my because niggas was cracking jokes on it, but I literally had because Nick Wright has been wrong on every series besides this one, and we both had Nuggets, Celtics in the finals. They both lost in the first round.
Boy, I'm telling you right now, if I was still a fan, I would have been on a flight. I would have been liable to do anything.
I sent the text because I started doing some of my I usually do for my NFL shit as I'm starting to get ready because I start to try to break down divisions by divisions each week, and so I'm starting to go through the rosters. I hit up the AFC North, and so I just sent what I think is a friendly text message. I'm like, you know what? I like what the Ravens are doing. I know there's been some criticism of the roster, and there's obviously the contract situation. Let me see if I can find the exact text because it might as well have said "fuck you" in about 5 different ways. I don't have the exact in front, but I just said I like what the Ravens are doing, and someone replies, "Leave my fucking team alone, you Jinx." And I'm like, I bet I understand. I think that I'm not a Jinx. I may have had some bad luck. I may have.
How much bad luck does it take to be considered a Jinx? Let's start there.
That's a good question. Broken ankle, about to lose your chance to go to a Super Bowl, lose your franchise player twice. Well, that's just basketball. We don't want to talk about how many times the Rays have lost their franchise player because they can't afford anybody. All right, maybe there might be an argument. Who knows? There might be some validity to being somewhat of a Jinx, which, if that's the case. Patrick Mahomes, you got this, man. Y'all gonna see a levels drop on the shorts. Patrick, same birthday, you my guy. We got this year. We're gonna prove the world wrong.
But don't nobody believe you though. That's the problem.
I can't use my power.
Juju don't work that way out there.
You're not as passionate about that as you are with the shit that you actually believe.
No, that's a fact. Being passionate about sports is one of the worst things you can do. One of the worst things you can be. It is a mental illness. I just can't break it. I'm stuck with it. And so, man. And it's fucked up too, because you got to think of I always talk about two of my favorite being wrong moments. So for the NFL specifically, it's Broncos took Patrick Tan over Justin Fields, and then they took Miller over Darius. I might have jinxed Marcel Darius and Justin Fields. If we really taking this power and really taking it out, I might have. Like the
Marcel
fact
Darius would be an all-time great today if you didn't
he might
endorse him.
he might have been Aaron Donald. Like we just never gonna know.
We'll never know. We'll never know because you put your arm around him. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
When I got called the Jinx, I had to go back and reverse engineer that shit. And I'm like, damn. Like, so every nigga, like, I wanted to pay. And it's like, you know who else I was really high on? I was, the Denver Broncos drafted 2 safeties in the draft. And I was hyped because we were playing Madden a lot. And I was just like, in my head, I was like, oh, both these niggas about to be like, potential rookies. I'm thinking where I can get them from the draft. One of these 2 safeties, famously, Raheem Moore.
Oh, man, I remember you and your boy, Raheem, when I was your nigga.
My God. Shout out UCLA great Raheem Moore, man.
I just,
That nigga was Raheem Moore crazy, wasn't he?
I still remember that it was a 74 overall with a potential. I just knew we got one. Deion Sanders endorsed him. Look, man, it was.
Yes.
I might be
the talent seer that is Deion Sanders.
I might be a little of a jinx, but everybody's got the negatives, right? No biggie. Like I said, I like Chicago. Moving on to the NBA Finals.
Don't disrespect us like that.
We got the Spurs again. Obviously, I've been wrong. They're down 3-1. They just blew a 29-point lead. What are some of y'all biggest takeaways from these games? Like, how do you feel like these games have played out? Have you enjoyed watching the finals? Like, what are some of y'all takeaways from these first couple of games? Specifically, let's do games 1 through 3, and then we'll break down game 4, the collapse. So, like, specifically games 1 through 3 first. Like, how are y'all feeling about this series?
I think I feel like it's been a good series. Close, like of course, all of the games were close, but I think you kind of see the difference in a team that's battle tested versus a team that's kind of inexperienced. So when you talk about these closing moments of the game, I think that's where the experience kind of plays a part, and the lack of plays a part as it relates to the Spurs. But it's been entertaining, and I think I do enjoy like watching sports when I don't have like a real like dog in the race. So it's like, for me, it's super entertaining to watch this, because even though I picked the Knicks to win, I don't really give a fuck who wins. But I do. One of the main things when it comes to the Spurs, I'm like, this is like their first time in the playoffs.
No, that's a fact.
So like for me, I was actually shocked at. Well, I'm even still like I'm shocked at the amount of people that just felt like that they will be able to kind of get it done when we've seen like all of this. Like over the years, we've seen inexperienced teams get into these positions and not be able to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a fact. Tony, how'd you feel about games 1 through 3?
Coaching, man. Like, I look at the first game and I say, okay, Cat. Really, the first 2 games, Cat was great. Cat played great. Mm-hmm. Mike Brown pressed the right buttons. Not to go like too deep into it, Mike Brown he pressed the right buttons and put his guys in better position. And obviously, if it's close in the fourth quarter, you know who's getting the ball, and you know you're probably not going to have success as the opponent when Jalen Brunson's got the ball in the fourth quarter in a close game. Mm-hmm. But Mitch Johnson is just man, like we'll obviously get to last night, but just mistake after mistake after mistake. Like, to Will's point of the inexperience, was like, I don't think they've leaned on the inexperience enough. Like, Harper's he's just been a more reliable player than De'Aaron Fox. No, he hasn't shot well and things like that, but there's just a different energy with Dylan Harper on the floor compared to Fox. And if Dylan Harper's on the floor, then Steph's probably the main ball handler, which gets and obviously Dylan Harper is a bigger guard, and it's just a little bit more athleticism. Like, and Fox is probably playing on a bum ankle. That does not excuse last night, but to call a spade, he's probably playing on a bum ankle. There hasn't been a lot of rest in these playoffs. There's about 2 days now as we get into like the later stretch of these series, and there's more travel. But I just have not liked what Mitch Johnson's done, like, from a coaching standpoint and kind of settling these guys in certain moments. And you can say like that's his inexperience too as a head coach. But I that the team I saw versus OKC is not the team I'm seeing in these finals. As close as these games have been, and they've gotten out the big leads, and they've been able to build big leads in these games, but that's never mattered to this Knicks team over the last 2 years. That's just not some shit they care about, as we've seen, but and Wemby hasn't been great. He hasn't been great. Like he's had moments, he's went on stretches in these games, but he hasn't consistently for 48 minutes been the Wemby that we saw him out throughout the regular season and that we saw him be at different points in these playoffs. But the margins are so small, man. They are down 3-1 and they lost 2 games by 1 point. Like the margins are that little, and that's like the difference in a championship team versus a team that's trying to get there. Like Will said, you see the difference in experience for sure, and you kind of see the Knicks being a battle-tested team come through in these late game situations. But I also think it's a matter of just the Spurs are putting themselves in these places with the bad turnovers and some of the shots that they're trying to get. And I'll go into that more when we talk about game four. But like I said, coaching is just you can see the difference.
Yeah, I think my bad, Justin. I was gonna say with Tony bringing up coaching, I think you see a lot of that in some of these close games as far as Mitch Johnson not calling timeouts maybe when he should. Like this team is too inexperienced for you to try to let them play through it. You got to make those calls, and you got to try to bring them in and settle them and stuff like that. So I think, and I mean, even somebody like Mike Brown, I think Mike Brown he's coached in a million places. He's head coach, got fired, been an assistant, like time and time again. So I mean, he's kind of really just been he one of the coaches that's seen it all for sure.
No, 1,000%.
Just in the league. So.
And he's I think everybody.
Everybody. LeBron James, Steph Curry, like
Kobe.
Duncan.
So I mean he done seen it all.
Yeah. I also think it's one of those things where like to the coaching point of like you just can't let them like ride it out and do it. That is like a special skill that like regardless of how great you think someone is at the apex, like there's only a handful of guys ever who have been able to do that. And I do wonder if, like, they've been pulling out, like, every time the Spurs have lost and it's been a bad game, you see a report where it's like, oh, they brought in Pop to go speak to the team. I can't confirm, obviously, but Pop did that with Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili. I'm not sure if they know that even if you feel like Harper, Castle, and Wembayama are going to profile as, quote-unquote, just as talented as those guys, there was a special chemistry that team had where they could do that. They could just run and Pop could be like, I'm not calling a timeout. Y'all could go on whatever run. Like, you guys can figure it out. These guys at 20, 21, and 22 clearly are not there yet. The other thing is, historically, great players, especially like in the finals, but like really big playoff games, just play 45 minutes. And they just say, you're going to have to beat me or drag my ass off this court. Like, Mike's did it. Bron's did it. Kobe's done it. Shaq's done it. AI, and that we did levels before the show. Like, AI, the only reason he beat that Lakers team, like, he played 46 minutes that night. Like, in game one. That was the only time they lost all year. He just said, you want to drag my ass off this fucking court. Wemby can't do that yet. So even if he is great, even if he's quote-unquote like the best player on the court, he's the best player in the series, Jalen Brunson can keep his ass out there for 45 minutes if he really needs to. Cat can keep his ass out there for 45 minutes if he really needs to. The Spurs don't have that because Wemby just flat out there's some people who are talking about like, oh, it's his conditioning because they only had him playing 30-plus minutes a night. Regardless of what it is, it's clearly that part's not in him yet. He can have these huge games, but you can have 30 great minutes of Victor Wembanyama, or you can try to play him 40 minutes and you kind of get half and half. You're going to get 20 great and 20 so-so. And the Knicks just the mentality of when he's on the court and when he's not. The second he's off, everybody's just going to the rim because it's like the fucking tree's gone. Or Jose Alvarado. Game 4, Shout out to Jose Alvarado, by the way, for getting, niggas all get success when they leave the Pelicans. Game 4, I want to ask first and see if y'all agree with me or not.
Is it success when they leave the Pelicans or success when they get away from you?
Same thing.
Who's to say?
Same thing. They cousins.
I view like collapse. Obviously, everyone's gonna talk about like, was it a collapse? Was it a great comeback? To me, it's kind of a feel thing. Like 28-3 in the Super Bowl felt like the Patriots being great, and it felt like a great comeback. It didn't necessarily feel like just an Atlanta collapse. Versus, if y'all remember the Chiefs Texans playoff game when the Texans were up 24-0, that felt like a Texans collapse. And so, because the Texans did a fake punt when they were up 14, like. And that was before Mahomes was like, that was Mahomes' first playoff run. So it wasn't like you could be like,
Bill
damn,
O'Brien, you are a fucking criminal, man.
like, it's not even like Mahomes had the factor of like, damn, we got to be like, even if we got the lead, like, we got to be scared. Like, he didn't have that reputation yet. So it's like, to me, that felt like Texans collapse versus the Patriots game felt like a great comeback. Where did last night fall for y'all as far as like, was that a great comeback or was that a huge collapse?
It was a great comeback, clearly, because it's 29 goddamn points. But like, more than a Spurs collapse, man. That I've never seen. I personally, I'm fucking 29. Like, I've watched a lot of basketball, but not all the basketball. I can't remember seeing somebody fall apart how Fox fell apart last night. Like, I can't remember seeing something like that. Not only the missed shots, the lazy passes, the turnovers. The decision to leave OG off the inbound and double Brunson when the unanimous defensive player of the year is in front of him. If Brunson makes the shot, like, fine. Like, I can sleep well knowing he made a great shot over Victor Wembanyama. I can live with that. I don't know what Fox was doing from the middle of that third quarter to the end of that game. And the chase down, the ball recovery into the failed layup when you did not have to shoot that ball at all. I don't know what Fox was on, bro. I never saw that before.
And it's crazy because he's supposed to be the veteran. Like, he's supposed to be the one guy out there who has some
but your
composure.
vet,
But he don't have a lot of experience.
Your vet can't be a losing player.
They won't play Harrison Barnes. That nigga's a vet, and he got championship. Like, they won't play Harrison Barnes.
That nigga ain't won in a long time either, though.
Don't give me another reason to fucking slander Miss Johnson today.
But yeah, like Fox, outside of that one season, when Mike Brown first got there, it was ass.
And nigga said he's still playing for Mike Brown. That nigga said he sold that shit. Hey, man. There you go, coach.
So do we praise loyalty or not? No, I think kind of even to everything that Tony said, it was both. Like, it was a great comeback and an epic collapse because all of the things that De'Aaron Fox did, but then Wemby going to the line and missing 2 free throws. I think Fox is kind of getting that to be overshadowed some because nobody is really talking about that part of it. But
Dylan Harper in a game where he was 8 for 11 with 20 points, he didn't touch the ball. His only time touching the ball the last 7 minutes was when he inbounded the ball.
That's cool.
Well, I ain't gonna say what they got to do at this point. At this point, they're down 3-1, but they should have been finding a way to get him more minutes. Like, and I'm not even saying like because I think part of it is like I understand them not wanting to go completely away from Fox because he did have that one solid game. What was that game?
He had the big shot in game 3. His percentages was probably a little off. I know he shot well in game 2. But he did have the big shot in game 3.
So I think game 2 he played a little bit better, and then like you said, he had the big shot in game 3. So it's like I can understand him maybe not wanting to like lose Fox mentally because he's the veteran, and you don't want to get a player like that out of the game because talent wise he can definitely show up big when you need him, but you got to find a way. Whether it's you taking the 5 minutes away that you're giving Keldon Johnson, give it to fucking Give it to Dylan Harper if you need to. Like you barely playing your 6 man of the year.
Nah, Keldon Johnson's been
Like,
like a
and
damn
if if you were watching this series, you wouldn't even know that they had a 6 man of the year.
What I hated about that shit is that at 7 minutes, probably 7+, but at 7 minutes, they was in the bonus already. 7 minutes in the fourth quarter, they was already in the bonus. They did not try to get free throws at all. Like, they didn't try to get a free throw at all. And because at that point, I think they were still up like 14, 13, 14 points, something like that. And it's just like, bro, I just don't know what you all expect to happen and I'm sure Justin will bring it up soon. Like, you can't think you're going to free your way out of this. Like,
So-
you can't think that.
It's one of my takes, and it goes literally all the way back to like it's like my third or fourth show ever, and I stand on this take, and I looked really fucking wrong for about 6 years, and that is Charles Barkley has been right this whole time. You cannot, if you are not exactly the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson Warriors, and then the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, KD Warriors, you can't just jump shot your way to victories all the time. That team is such an anomaly in the way they shot that it shows, because everybody else, like, it's why the Celtics got the closest, right? They got a title shooting a bunch of threes, but it's why
I was gonna say that's the only other team because they was chucking the Celtics was chucking them bitches.
But you had that team had such high volatility because it's like if they hitting threes, great, they the best team in the league, they won a title. But then the next 2 years, injury or not to Jason Tatum, like they just have these horrible games because they go fucking. I'm throwing out numbers, but like they go 10 for 50 for three, right? Just some absurd.
That might be a real number.
Like Steph made it look like this is possible to win titles with, but it's why realistically he is who he is. Like that is unique to just him. Like these other teams, yes, the Spurs shot the shit out of the ball in the first half, and they like, yo, what if we just tried that again? And the second half, it caught up to them, and I get it, like. Wemby does need a post move because your only post move can't be, nigga, I'm 7'5" and just stick my hand up and catch lobs. Like, he just literally doesn't move in the paint. He just stands there and goes, I don't catch it. So he does need to develop a post move, but you do got to give him the ball more. Like, you just flat out cannot sit there and keep shooting threes when, like Tony said, you end the penalty. And I know it sounds like dumb logic, but when the nigga is 7'5" and he's taller than everybody on the court and he can just lay that bitch up or get fouled, try it. Fuck it if it works. Just try it a few times.
But he settles a lot though.
He's getting knocked off. He's getting knocked off these spots so easily, and that can't keep happening. But I mean, he's not big.
Yeah, he settles a lot, and like anytime he tries to get into the post move, or not like you said, he's 7'5", but anytime he try to gain position inside the paint, like he can't even maintain that position long enough to get the ball. Before the ball is even thrown to him, they didn't push this nigga out to the free throw line.
No, that part is true. It's weird because it's like realistically.
Can we pause for 1 second? Shohei's hitting 305 now. Shohei's hitting 305. He's got like a fucking 12 ERA.
The best player on the man, look, I know niggas don't like baseball, quick 30-second intermission. I know niggas don't like baseball like that, but baseball has so many things figured out and so much talent. Like, they were talking about retaliation because Wemby pushing Jalen Brunson, and that was like a conversation for a whole day on sports shows, and I'm just like, hey, baseball's had this shit figured out. You hit our nigga, we hit yours, and it's like, we good. Like, the challenge and the replays. Everybody's bitching about challenge replays. Baseball, which took the fucking longest to get there, and they were outdated for a long time. They're like, all right, we can do replays.
Best system.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like, I understand baseball's never going to be the popularity of the NBA and the NFL anymore. I get it. But, man, they do a lot of shit right. And the best, is it arguable? Like, who's arguing with Shohei right now is the best athlete on the planet?
Shouldn't really do it.
Yeah, like, he is, and he had a hidden slump at the start of the season. And it's like, nobody actually bat an eye because you're just like, this man just had 50-50. And then he came out this year and was like, well, what if I was the best pitcher of all time? And now he backed over 300 average, and it's like, I guess you got it, man. You got it. Also, Los Angeles Angels. I rooted for some bad franchises. I don't know what you think. I'm a jinx. That shit is like a straight up curse. Anyway, baseball intermission over. the but like they almost need to do shit like a really young Kristaps Porzingis, where the Knicks would like almost have him slash to his post position, get the ball really quick, then go up. Like if I'm them, that's the kind of shit. Until Wemby is strong enough, which I know niggas say, oh, he need to get in the weight room, he need to get in the weight room. I'm not gonna tell him what to do with his body because like he is such a unique, like he emphasized like all the stretching and shit and like the stuff Brady was doing at the end of his career because he's like, I've seen big guys fail because it feels like they're too lumbersome or whatever. So I'm not gonna try to tell him what to do with his body. He definitely needs to be stronger, but they also got to put him in better position.
He needs increase, like he needs better core strength. Like he shouldn't look to build like muscle or add a bunch of weight to his frame. It just wouldn't work. But the same way KD was like easily to push earlier on, and then KD got stronger. He didn't get bigger, but he got stronger in like where his game needed to be is what Wemby's going to need like going forward. Because if these playoffs really, since the OKC series has showed us anything, is that he's not strong enough, and that is the only thing that's really holding him back right now, and that's to be expected. But you know, these guys that's 6'5", 6'6", and stuff like that can't be pushing you off your spots.
Do y'all think he could ever be like Giannis?
In what way?
So Giannis came in the league. Giannis was super skinny, and now Giannis is, I don't know his exact weight, but like Giannis is muscular. Like
Giannis is a
like,
one of one like body type. He will never be that.
So that's, I guess, where would you
He's
put
more
him
KD
on
than Giannis.
Okay, so that's where I guess so that would be my question. So if KD, do you think he can get in the middle? Like he can get stronger than KD, but not quite Giannis, or like where do you think he falls?
If he get as strong as KD, he'll be fine. Like I don't even see KD getting pushed off the block.
Nah, niggas can't fuck with KD. KD's harder to do that with because he'll also never shoot like KD, and so KD does get defended differently just off the fact of like he's a lethal fucking shooter. Wemby can shoot, but like KD is a lethal fucking shooter, especially in his prime.
Well, he was said to be the nigga that could shoot like Steph, and he's 7'5".
Yeah, but that's because niggas saw him put back his own 3-point shot, which is insane. But like that was when they started saying niggas shot. That's like the funniest highlight clip because it makes no sense. Oh, here we go. And I'm gonna kind of expand a little bit more on this on hard fire rated, but I'm curious. Do you think this is actually a good win? If the Knicks win, do you think this is a good win for optimism? Because not just me and my Jinx ass, but there's been a lot of the Spurs, when Wemby figures it out, it's over for everybody. Like we even had that conversation. Do you think it is actually good for like other fan bases' optimism to go, okay, the 7'5" guy's not just going to run the league. Like you can beat him. Do you think that is good overall for the league's optimism?
I mean, it's like you can look at it as a fan in this way. You can say, okay, he's beatable. Our team can, make some shit happen and beat this guy. Or you can look at it with a bunch of false hope and be like, oh, this team ain't that good. We got them. We closer than them than we think, or whatever it might be. Like I said yesterday, if I'm the Thunder, I just want to get my guys back. I still feel like I'm the best team in the league if I'm the Thunder. And clearly, if you're the Knicks, you just beat this team. You should feel like you're better than this team. Outside of that, don't fan bases shouldn't operate under this false belief that this is just, like these guys are normal. We're talking about a team who's arguably three of their four best players are 22, 21, and 20 years old, and they could easily be up 3-1 in these finals. This is not normal, and you shouldn't. As a fan, you shouldn't operate that like this Wemby shit is a fugazi and like it's all hype. But on the other end of that, the Spurs should not operate under the idea that we'll be back, or this is just where we're going to end up. That's not how this shit works. And this could be the only time the Spurs ever make the finals. That's the reality. Do I think that? Probably not. But don't ever operate under the idea of we'll be back, because you may never get back.
Sidebar: do you think the Thunder are still the best team? So right now, the expected cuts because of the contracts kicking in is Hartenstein is expected to be released, and how am I blanking on his name? Williams, the third Williams, the guard.
Jay. Oh,
Yes.
Kenrich Williams.
No, it starts with an A, but I'm blanking on his first name. They got three Williams, not J Dub, not Jalen, but they got a third, the guard, who stepped in
The
once
only other
J Dub
Williams
went
I know
out.
is Kenrich Williams.
I'm about to look up this guy's name real quick before I sound.
You're not talking about like Case and Wallace and them, are you?
Nah.
But I think they'll bring Hartenstein back on a lower number if he wants that. And outside of that, they got picks and they got guys in the tuck that they just been developing that ain't even really played. Like, so.
AJ Mitchell, I apologize, not Williams.
Mitchell, yeah. AJ.
Oh no, AJ Mitchell on a sweet ass deal. AJ Mitchell on the sweetest deal ever.
But because
AJ Mitchell makes pennies because Presti read him up last year and he couldn't. I guess Presti foresaw AJ Mitchell doing what he did this year.
He's got 3 for 8.7. Gosh.
Yeah, for AJ.
If
Mitchell,
he wants to raise, I guess him if he wants to raise.
Of steals.
Because that is kind of crazy to get him on 3 for 8.7. Before Will goes, I'll just add in my little bit of delusion is when you say like fan bases don't be delusional. When Alex Caruso was pushing Wemby out of the paint and the Thunder, there was definitely Pelicans Reddit that was like, yeah, no, Zion, he can't post Zion up, and I'm like, I appreciate my fellow fans and delusion,
Zion.
but I'm like,
I haven't heard that name in years.
And Zion fucked up the time they played, but it was like, yeah, no, it's again, don't be delusional. That's the moral of the story. Will, what you think? Is it like good optimism for the rest of the league that like if the Spurs don't come off and feel like unbeatable?
I mean, I think it's good optimism for the fans. I don't know, like if you ain't the team that beat them, you probably shouldn't be that optimistic. Or like, I mean, and when you talk about the Thunder, kind of like Tony mentioned, they want to get healthy because they might feel like, hey, if we were healthy, we would have won this. So I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing for the optimism, but like one of the big things for me all the time is what Tony said is you can't just operate under the sense that I will be back. Like you can't operate saying like, oh, we all 21, 22, 23, like we got our whole careers to get back here because it's not guaranteed at all. And I mean, injuries happen. So like you might think like, oh man, you got Harper, you got Cass, or all it takes is a couple of injuries to happen. All it takes is for somebody to decide they want to go be the guy somewhere else. They tired of being in somebody else's shadow. So I mean, right now it's easy to look and say like, man, they got a bright future, but you just never know what can happen.
No, again, Wemby's weird, but like to me, that idea should have flown out the window for everybody. Like the Thunder with young KD, James, and Russ never going back should like always be the blueprint for it. It doesn't matter how talented you are, how young you are. Like this shit is not guaranteed. And again, whether that was the Thunder front office fucking it up or whatever it is, like Will said, like someone might want to just go be the guy somewhere else. They might not want to play each other anymore. Like you had 3 future MVPs, and when they made the finals, they were all, I don't know if they were all under 23. I know they were for sure all under 25. But it's like that team didn't get back. Like you can't even with Wemby, Castle, and Harper feel like that. It's not a part of the show, but I'll ask y'all when we were talking about the hardest championship runs prior to recording, where would this Knicks team in your mind fall into that? Like, is this a memorable, tough championship run? Obviously, like, without
they
spoiling,
beat
like,
everybody by 50.
Ones.
I don't know how hard it was for them, but like it's memorable for sure.
Well, I guess then is it memorable like the Lakers run when they went 15-1? Is it memorable like the Warriors run when I think they went 15-2? Or no, sorry,
it's closer to the 17 Warriors than it is like anything else. Cause like the Knicks after going down to the Hawks 2-1 and like funny enough in the games they lost by 1 point, they haven't really looked back. Lost game 3 Like I said, they could have lost game 2, they didn't. They could have lost last night, they didn't. And what we haven't said in all of this, shout out to OG Ananobi. what
Nah, he's
OG what
fucking
OG
cool.
is doing, what OG is doing, man, from an efficiency standpoint, his defense, he's the
I'll
MVP
be
for
back in
me
10
right
seconds.
now, and it's incredible. But like this, this is a this run will be memorable because it's the Knicks. They haven't done this shit in 50 plus years. And the path, no matter what you think about the teams, they're beating the shit out of these teams. Like they destroyed the Hawks. They destroyed the Philly. They destroyed Cleveland. Like left no doubt. And then when you get to this series, they were a favorite to some, they were underdogs to some, but they've proven that, you know, they deserve to be here. Coming into the season, a lot of people I feel like, had Knicks and Cavs 1 and 2 in the East. A lot of people thought that the Knicks had to get here. They didn't have a choice. It was either they were either going to be in this spot in the finals or they was going to have to blow this shit up because they invested too much. And Leon Rose, man, White Leon, he is his hands is all over this finals, specifically the OG move. Specifically the OG move. So
Alvarado.
yeah, man, it's a memorable run. Where could it rank? Where, when you hold it up versus others, where would it be? Who knows? But it's definitely one of the more memorable title runs for sure.
Will, you feel like this is a memorable title run?
for sure. And I guess initially, did you say memorable or difficult initially?
Both.
As far as so memorable, yes. Difficulty, I won't. I think they handled everybody the way that they were supposed to. Who were the? I guess who were like the actual like favorites when it came to the sports books going into the finals?
The Spurs were favorites heading into it was wild because when the Knicks clinched, the sports books had them as underdogs to both the Thunder and the Spurs.
Okay.
I think I would have had them as underdogs for sure against the Thunder. I probably would have had it closer to a pick 'em versus the Spurs personally.
I think if I remember right, it was minus 320 for the Thunder and minus 220 for the Spurs.
So no, I think it's definitely. I think so. I say it's definitely memorable. I won't say difficult. Obviously, they in a close series here in the finals. I mean, close as far as these games being close, but they have 3-1. But I think for the most part throughout the run they did what they were supposed to be doing. I guess my question is why do we think? I guess why were the Spurs favored so heavily? Well, I guess favored. I won't say favored so heavily. Is it just because Wemby, or is it because
Wemby.
They beat the champs in this Wemby. So I think that a lot of it went into that, and probably people discounting the Knicks' road to this, even though in reality they made those teams look that way. Who knows how those teams would have looked against other teams, but like they made those teams look that bad just because of how great they played and how great they have been playing.
Correct. And it's one of those things like I talked about earlier this week. It was like the profile of the Knicks is always it's really tough to justify because their road, what they've done statistically, is on par with like Jordan's last three-peat, the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, Steph, Katie, Warriors, and it's like, and I want to say this, like I'm not even trying to be funny here, like genuinely, like no disrespect to how well Jalen Brunson and Cat have played, but they're not in those conversations with those players, and so it's kind of tough to be like, okay, y'all beating everybody up, but we're only ever used to seeing that from these guys who are in like those top 10 greatest ever conversations. So like this series, funny enough, there's a chance there's 6 Hall of Fame players and 2 Hall of Fame head coaches. Like that is the looking down the road 20 years, like, because if the Spurs do accomplish what they should theoretically, those 3 guys, obviously Harper, Castle, Wemby will all be in the Hall of Fame. Mitch is going to get in the Hall of Fame. I think Mike Brown, if they win this title, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Brunson, I think, will get in, and Cat will get in. And OG's got a real shot. Like, OG will be a 2-time champion. He will have, again, whatever his career points ends up at. Like, but you're not looking at this series and being like, oh, I got 6 Hall of Fame players. But, like, there is a real chance in 20 years you've got 2 coaches and 6 players all in the Hall. Which also might be a problem with the NBA Hall of Fame, but, that's a conversation for another day. But the Knicks just don't look like one of the all-time teams, even though they have been playing like it, which is why it's like, this is an all-time run. It is tough to call them an all-time team.
I can agree with that. And then I guess, and I know even like kind of mentioning, because obviously we don't view, Brunson in the same light as some of the other players you named, whether that's Steph and Mike and things like that. But I guess whether it's Brunson or Cat, but I guess my interest would be like, how do the numbers like compare as far as like the numbers that they putting up during because are we, when we say we don't put them there, is it because of the numbers or is it because they don't look like we expect them to look like as players?
A little bit of both, only because when you look at, maybe I'll say I'm wrong. I think the 3 teams that clearly are in the greatest ever conversation, I don't really count the Russell Celtics, and I don't think most people do, but like you get the Bulls, you get the Steph Katie Warriors, and the Kobe Shaq Lakers. Like those 3 teams just constantly show up. And the problem with that is statistically, yes, you don't look like them. You also statistically don't look like them because Mike averaged 38 in the finals. Shaq averaged 38 and 17. Durant was going for 35 plus. Like but their record against other teams and how they've been putting belt to ass, because they were heading into the finals. They had a plus 15 on their point differential. And that is literally only beaten by the Warriors in 17. But it's like no one's going to look at this Knicks team and be like, when they show like those graphics, and it's like, could they beat the 2017 Warriors? And it's like, no. Like Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond, like no.
I know it's no, for sure. I do feel like if the Spurs were up 3-1 and winning this, I think the conversation would be different.
Absolutely.
Can they beat the Warriors? When it's like, can they beat the Knicks?
And that answer's a no too. But like that would be, again, people are going to always gravitate to who they like, and if it looks a way that they like, they're always going to gravitate towards that, and that you can't ever really, stop
or
change. Yeah, and
that's part of like fandom.
No, 1,000%. So, but again, it's credit to what the Knicks have done. Like it is without a doubt. Like this is a hell of a series. This has been Einstein, Tesla, and Newton conversation. Someone's gonna have to let me. Someone's gonna have to let me know about that.
Man, Tony be sleeping is crazy.
I did think for like half a second your screen might have froze. I was like,
okay.
Hey yo.
Okay.
No, for like half a second.
Imagine,
like it froze.
imagine I just trumped on this. I just trumped on the screen while y'all niggas was talking. Just dozed.
Hey,
That'd be very.
that's
funny.
all time though. If they win in 5, and the only game they lose is the one where he showed up, that's all time shit. Speaking of, we'll close it out here, I guess, with, do y'all think the Spurs get another one, or the Knicks close them out in 5?
I mean, it don't really matter. Like the Spurs could win Game 5 somehow, and then like they ain't winning Game 6. They were up 29 points. All they had to do was win. Nobody would have gave a shit if you blew the lead if you win the game. Like you could have won by 1 point. Like all you had to do was win. They lost by 29.
Just heartbreaking. Like, but at least Wemby got to draw in Madison Square. Or he went to the park and he was drawing, doing sketches with Carter Bryant and his sister. So at least he got that.
Shout out to Cardi B. That's what I do know.
Hey, shout out to Chuck for still having a fastball. Like,
I gotta call it square, man. Like, hey, Chuck ain't got 102 like every night no more, but he could get you 97 if you need that last out.
Nah, that whole show, it's like you do 10 shows, like 9 of them gonna be like whatever, but they still could sneak in some shit. Like you could tell, like this was one of the premier sports shows for a long time. So, and then Chuck was even more fire. She went on Dan Patrick the next day, and Dan was like, "Do you have any worries about saying that because it's Disney?" He was like, "I got 6 years left in my contract. I wish they would fire me, send my ass home and still pay me." Like, oh man.
Chuck said his contract fully guaranteed.
Absolutely. Chuck probably made more as a commentator than as a player.
Oh,
I don't even know what the fuck he is as a commentator, but like
before this contract, he made more as a commentator than he was.
Easily. I gotta head out. So what we got next?
Okay, we'll skip the Legends ones then, and then we're gonna do a live 82, and I'm gonna pull this up on the screen real quick. What was y'all best record when you did 82-0 by yourself? Like, what was the best teams you was pulling?
I think I sent the screenshot.
Man,
what was it, 73 or something like that, or 74? Let me see.
I was consistently getting like we'd make the playoffs, but I was getting like 2007 Western Conference 7 seed, like 52 wins.
All right, so we gonna do this together. So we're gonna spin. We're gonna decide who we keep it, and then we get the one respin, one team, one decade.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't gotta make that pick. That would be horrible to do on live.
I won't do it. I won't have that on. I won't have that on recording. Oh, Dwight easily.
It's easy.
Dwight easily. Yeah.
Now, do we want Dwight for power forward or center? There's a lot of big.
That's where it gets
there's
tricky.
A lot of centers.
That's where it gets tricky. I think power forward if we want to play it safe.
That's why I'm kind of on board with that. Because if we get Golden State in the 60s, you got to put that nigga on.
The North Star.
So we got Dwight at power forward. All right, we're gonna run this again.
Just missed it. Just missed it.
I was like, wait a minute. I dead ass. Okay, do we want to respin decade for the chance at Kareem?
Nah.
Kareem and Giannis are both on this team, by the way. Like, you got 2 decades where you can hit gold.
I don't know. We might end up with like.
But Giannis, do they give you? Not even just that, but Giannis, do they give you power forward and center or power forward and small forward?
I'm not sure if Giannis,
and I don't want Giannis.
It gotta be small forward, power forward though.
I would think so. LeBron got every position. They just.
I mean, I say let's stay, but if I'm outvoted, it's up to y'all. We could spend a decade.
All right, if we stay, who we rolling with?
Low key want to go with white men can't jump legend Marquise Johnson. Going to my car, getting my other gun, shooting everybody's ass.
It's funny, so like when you get Golden State for the 20s, you gotta fucking scroll down here to find Draymond. Like you got some of those players, like he ain't got no fucking points.
I ain't gotta scroll. Like,
going to look for Draymond is crazy.
Hey man,
Terry Cummins was decent, but this is just I don't know. This is not helping our case.
Yeah, because it's like I would hate to.
Do we want to
use my small forward or a shooting guard for either one of them?
I'm down respinning the team. I am kind of down with that. What you say, Will?
Let's
we can get Magic. We can get
respin the team.
All right.
We good with that, Tony? Respinning the team.
I'm good with that.
My man, world be free.
Ron Harper's not a bad point guard to have.
Nah, he's not. But World Be Free get you 23, and this nigga didn't pass for nothing.
But Ron Harper got 2.3 steals and more. He got more assists, more steals, more rebounds.
I see Ron Harper.
Ron Harper.
Ron Harper
at point or two.
At point guard because you got to keep out hope for the you know who of it all. Got to kind of keep.
What get tough is when Magic pop up.
That is true.
OKC in the 60s. Okay, we got him.
So the 60s Supersonics. Okay.
Like
this fucked up because these are good players. Like Lenny Wilkins was a fucking hooper.
But we can't pick him because we already got a point. And
they wouldn't even tracking steals and
Mike got used out. Mike, I use our decade spin, man.
Yeah, I'm down to respin that, especially OKC because 10s and 20s I think are stacked. And the
90s.
90s would be Kemp. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
NGP.
10s.
Game.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's got to be KD, right?
Presty ain't win a damn thing with these guys. Good
My
lord.
pick is Melo. My pick is Melo, but I'm gonna leave it to y'all.
Good lord.
Hey, this is a quick
we
list.
gotta go. We gotta go KD. Shout out to my nigga Melo.
They was really playing KD at. They was playing KD at 2 guard that rookie year. What were they on?
We want KD
What
at
we
the 3 or the
thinking?
4.
Shit, the
Yeah,
2
we gotta lead
maybe.
hope.
we might can get Braun at the 3.
But shit, Bron can play. They can.
Bron
Bron
can
can go
anyway.
any position though. They got Bron at 5 positions.
Okay.
So you gotta
So
go.
then small forward.
You gotta go small forward.
We gotta go
'cause you
small
lead
forward
hope
then.
for Mike.
Yeah.
And if you
But I
get
think
LeBron,
stats
throw him at
wise, he's
center.
better than Bird. Hey, Dwight.
You
yo.
gotta throw LeBron at center if we get Bron. Ooh.
Phoenix in the 20s.
Book.
Dylan,
Book
You
is
gotta
good.
take Book at the 2.
Book is good ball.
You gotta
So we
take
got
Book at the
one
2.
spot left.
All right, Golden State in the 60s. This bitch turned into fucking 81 and
Big
1.
bucks, no whammies.
New York in the
Knicks
90s.
in the-
Pat Ewing.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
It's not
Alright,
80.
before we
It's
click
not
on
82
Pat,
and 0, but it ain't bad.
It's not 82 and 0, but y'all think we in the 60s or 70s?
We might get a high 60s.
I'm calling 69 and the rest.
69 and the rest. All right.
70 and 12.
12.
Right there.
That's tough.
70 and 12. Ron Harper, Devin Booker, KD, Dwight, Patrick.
We got
Hey, man, who's
KD
scoring
and
on
Patrick
us?
Ewing on the same team. We might be fucked in the game 7, man. We might be done. Good lord.
Hey. And Booker got, what was it, game 7 the Dallas?
Oh no, we got Devin Booker too. Oh, no.
Hey, win in 6. Win in 6. That's all you
Oh,
got to do.
no.
Win in 6. You good money.
If the other team has a white European, we are cooked.
Hey, yo. Oh, man. This game is fun.
man.
I got a bunch of
They
spins.
they doing hacker Dwight.
Hacking Dwight is crazy.
They throwing
Having
shit on
Dwight
the
at your-
They
But
throwing
they
shit
got
on
the
the
at your
floor,
floor is
man.
crazy.
They got the new rules because they didn't let Dwight didn't get this shit. Niggas used to be able to hack Dwight going into fucking a minute 30 seconds into the game because they didn't change that rule until like the early 2010s. I don't even know if it's that. It might have been late 2010s. When the fuck did they change the hack rule?
Who knows?
Yeah, like so Dwight might be. Hey man, look, Dwight might be scary. Real quick before we head out, just making sure. Hey, quick hits. I like Rick Ross, I promise. Like Rick Ross has a bunch of good music. I also don't give a fuck that I don't give a fuck that Rick Ross was flying commercial, but I do think it is hilarious when like you a nigga talking shit about
The
everybody
boss
else
was
not
the
having
boss
money.
was on Southwest.
That's what-
They had the boss on Delta Premium.
I didn't see his response because I don't know if y'all seen this response out there where he I guess allegedly addressed it, but
He got Starlink for the private jet. He said that's the 500 grand Wi-Fi. I got Starlink right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. It ain't 500. I got the motherfucking satellite right outside this bitch.
My
And
thing
it
is
ain't-
like, listen, don't come out and address the shit. Number one, but even if you like, if that was the case, why it look like you in there hiding?
That's a fact. Now
Like,
niggas
that's
want that
really
think
the main
piece.
thing. Like, if you was just chilling, like it is what it is type shit. Like, but when you got the hood on in the airport, it's 90 degrees in this motherfucker. Like you in a hoodie and shit.
The boss putting up the Louis luggage in the overhead. He trying to haggle. He trying to haggle about the carry on.
That's like when you at the airport and you see the niggas in line for Spirit, Louis down.
Yeah, get on Spirit. That's
Spirit don't off no
R.I.P.
first class, my nigga.
All right.
This nigga said if I want to send the private jet somewhere and then I want to fly commercial, that's what I'm gonna do. And he's like, you shouldn't argue with niggas not in your tax bracket. I'm like, bro, you go online all fucking day and argue and talk shit about niggas not in your tax bracket.
It's just
Like
it's
both
wild
ways.
'cause all they've been putting in the little background is the little Drake line when he say, "If I fly an economy, you know who I see," or some shit like that. I say that's
Look,
crazy.
even Tony would respect that bar now. Nah, he knew. Hey, man. And again, it's niggas that we go head out, but like the niggas that think pieces are like, oh man, see they want to see rappers go broke, and I'm like, no, this nigga just laughs at every rapper that goes broke. He can't be the one to do it. Like you can't be sitting there saying like, oh no, y'all niggas broke and got no money.
Talking
Like
about the PJ getting Starlink, nigga, get another PJ there.
I know, do like Tony. Hop over to the Roots Picnic. Hey man, with that being said, appreciate you guys as always. Don't forget check us out, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify. We gonna catch y'all next week, man.
If he was still cool with the boy, he would have got the OVO jet.
Flying on another nigga's jet is crazy.